The clerics of this domain are the protectors of the natural world, from the rivers to the meadows and everything in between. Tell you what, if you want to be one of the first people to be notified when I put out a new video, don't mind hitting that subscribe button over there. Ring that bell for notifications. I want you to tell me what your thoughts are about the clerics of the Nature Divine domain. Are they uniquely equipped to take on those who aim to harm the laws of nature and defile the forests and the lakes with their poisonous evil? Or do you feel that they are just overglorified druids that aren't restricted to just wearing leather armor and using wooden shields? Personally, I feel that the Nature Divine Domain Cleric is sort of a hybrid between clerics and the druid class. Your deities are non-evil in origin, such as Eleanor, the god of beasts and the hunt, or even Sylvanus, the god of wild nature. Now I'm going to break this up into features followed by spells. Starting at first level, you have a proficiency with heavy armor and you become an acolyte of nature. Just like the life domain cleric, heavy armor will significantly raise your armor class value. Acolyte of nature gives you the added ability to cast druid spells on top of your clerical spells. These spells are prepared for you without expending a spell slot. This can come in really handy when you need to perform your cleric spells when healing injured party members. You get to learn a druid cantrip of your choice, and also you get to pick a skill proficiency from either animal handling, nature, or survival. Now at second level, your channel divinity is charm animals and plants. Simply put, all animals and plant creatures within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom save. A failed result will make them charmed by you for 1 minute, or until they take damage, whichever comes first. As one of my players in a campaign found out very quickly, you shouldn't try this on a shambling mound or a black widow spider at this low of a level. Their challenge rating is just way too high for you. 6th level, you gain dampen elements. This is a really cool feature that comes in very handy. As a reaction, you can aid a companion by granting them resistance from the effects of the following forms of damage: acid, cold, fire, lightning, and thunder. Here, just like the life domain cleric, at 8th level, you get to gain Divine Strike. This feature is customed specifically to your domain. Here, you have the ability to infuse divine energy to your melee weapon. On each of your attacks, your weapon can deal an extra D8 in either cold, fire, or lightning damage, the choice of which is totally up to you. At 14th level, this damage increases to 2D8. Now, wouldn't that be awesome to strike an aquatic opponent with a jolt of lightning, or a blast of fire type beast with cold? At 17th level, you get your final domain feature, Master of Nature. Master of Nature allows you to command animals and plant creatures while using your charm animal and plants channel divinity. In your turn, you use an action to verbally command them to do whatever individual task you want them to do, and they perform this on their next turn. Wow, this is a fantastic list of domain features. I'll definitely have to do a side-by-side comparison with the Circle of Life Druid in another video. Now, before I go any further, I want to do a real quick Tabletop Dungeoneers shout out to Game On. Game On is two guys that just really enjoy RPGs and love talking about them even more. Currently, I'm enjoying their series on the Curse of Strahd. I find it to be very informative. Now I'm going to leave a link down there in the comments section for you to go check them out. And now, here's your list of domain-specific spells. Each of these spells have something to do with the natural world and fall under the druid spells, of course. Starting at first level, you get Animal Friendship and Speak with Animals. Animal Friendship allows you to convince a beast within range of you that you mean it no harm. that animal must be able to both hear and see you. If the animal has an intelligence of 4 or higher, the spell will automatically fail. If it is successful, the animal must make a wisdom save, or be charmed by you for 24 hours. This spell will end if you or anyone in your party causes any direct harm to this creature. Speak with animals gives you the ability to verbally communicate with animals in the area for up to 10 minutes. As a bonus, you can ask that animal to perform a task for you. Of course, this is completely up to DM's discretion. You gain BARKSKIN and Spike Growth. With BARKSKIN, you can touch a willing creature and make their skin resemble that of bark. Spike Growth is a spell that is centered on a 20-foot radius within range of you. Hard spikes and thorns sprout up from the ground, and the area becomes difficult terrain. What's cool about this is it is camouflaged and looks like your natural surrounding. Any creature in the area of this spell takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet entered into this area. At 5th level, you get Plant Growth and Wind Wall. Now, Plant Growth gives you a vitality boost to plants, of course. All plants within range of this spell become thicker, more lush, and vibrant, and will even produce twice the food yield within a half-a-mile radius of this spell for a year. Now, this is provided you did spend 8 hours concentrating on this spell. Any creature movement is also slowed by a quarter normal speed. Wind Wall is really cool. You get a 1-foot thick, strong wall of wind, which just rises right up from the ground, within an area of 50 feet long by 15 feet tall. Any creatures caught in the blast of this wall must make a strength saving throw. If failed, they take 3d8 bludgeoning damage. Now that can really be painful. Half that on a successful save, of course. This wall is strong enough to stop both hurled and launched projectiles. At 7th level, you receive Dominate Beast and Grasping Vine. Now, Dominate Beast gives you the ability to, say, beguile a beast within range of you, providing it fails its wisdom save, of course. If you are engaged in combat, this creature has advantage to its favor. It will take simple commands from you, such as defend me against this other creature, or fetch me this object over here. The higher level you progress, the better the spell's result. With Grasping Vine, you put a vine that you can control that lashes out at creatures within 30 feet of you. Any target that fails a dexterity save is pulled in 20 feet toward the vine center. At 9th level, your final domain spells are Insect Plague and Tree Stride. Insect Plague puts a swarm of locusts within a 20-foot radius that will bite any creatures within it. At the time of its appearance, all creatures caught within that radius take 4d10 damage on a failed Constitution save. Of course, it's half that if they save. At higher levels, you add 1d10 for each spell slot over 5th level of casting ability. This is a very nasty spell if used correctly. Finally, Tree Stride. This is a sort of transportation type spell. This spell allows you to enter the inside of a tree and move inside to another tree of the same species, as long as it's alive and is within 500 feet of the previous tree. On the downside, you must be on the outside of the tree at the end of your turn. If not, you're part of the tree. I hope you really learned something from this video about the Nature Divine Domain Cleric that you didn't already know. What do you think? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? Tell me in those comments below. I really like reading your thoughts. Now, next time, here on Basically Speaking, we're going to take a look at the shocking power of the Tempest Divine Domain Cleric. Till next time, thank you for watching.